This week, President Trump held a conference about violent video games to talk about whether they contribute to the major gun violence issues our country's facing. People tend to be pretty divided about the effects of video games, just like they are on gun laws. Many say that the games are harmless and even good for kids, while others say that they tend to lead to violent behavior. So what's the truth here? Should we be worried that violent video games make violent people? The answer, according to research, is yes and no. First, yes, violent video games do lead people to immediately display antisocial behavior. Antisocial behavior is any action that is directly or indirectly hostile towards other people. Video games in which the player hurts, hunts, or kills other characters lead to aggressive thoughts and aggressive actions. In one study, people who played a violent video game were actually more likely to choose to deliver loud blasts of noise into other people's ears than people who did not. And that's the most tame of antisocial behaviors. Second, there is a difference between aggressive and violent behavior. Research tells us that people are more likely to be aggressive towards others after they play violent video games. It does not necessarily tell us that they are more likely to be violent. Aggression is angry behavior or communication. Violence is behavior meant to hurt other people. Third, not all video games lead to bad behavior. Video games in which people have to help each other actually have totally different effects. After playing cooperative video games, people are actually more likely to help others in real life. They're more willing to do things like help clean up a spill, volunteer their time, or intervene in a hostile situation between other people. In fact, even violent video games can decrease later aggression if the players have to cooperate with each other to destroy an enemy. That cooperation actually suppresses their aggression. So what does this all mean? That video games do have an immediate effect on our behavior, and that violent video games do lead to aggression, but not necessarily to violence. Playing violent video games alone doesn't make someone pick up a gun and shoot up a school. But if a person was already prone to that kind of behavior, playing a violent video game would tend to increase their aggression, and instead of leading them to blast noise in someone's ear, they could decide to use a gun. But if you're a parent of children who like these games, or if you're a person who plays violent video games yourself, consider the type of game and the behavior that comes later. What's happening on screen may very well be changing what happens in real life. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Persuasion Pollination.